I did my video showing up as like looking like a whole entire and talking like a whole entire horseman of some apocalypse, right? But I didn't really notice that, and that I didn't know the reading was going to become that, but I was chewing gum and I started like pretending to be a horse, and I was like, isn't it so funny that like horses chew like this? And I was like demonstrating, but I didn't start the reading yet, so I didn't know it was possible the reading could turn that dark of a way. I thought it was going to be a twin flame reading in a very normal context. I had no idea. And like the whole time I'm speaking so matter of factly that when I'm watching it back, I'm like as it transitions, like I swear as I'm like watching my own video, I'm like, um, that car is like, how would I explain it? So like I'm speaking very matter of factly. So as it transitions from being a normal twin flame reading, it happens in the most natural, like genuine, real way. It's like as if I'm like, when I take out like the schizophrenia card and I'm talking about it, it's like as if I'm saying like, oh yeah, like that sedan is like a parked car, or like it's not actually supposed to be a parked car right now or something, like as if like I'm just thinking of like Chili's and stuff. Like honestly, I'm like, here's the reading right now, like I met my twin flame at Chili's, whatever. Okay, like okay, whatever. I don't know. I honestly I don't remember the part. I don't remember like but whatever. Like that was sort of that part. I don't know. Um but then like I continue watching and I'm again speaking, I'm actually just channeling. Like straight channeling, like I don't even remember what I said. At one point, I think I'm talking about like the brown recluse in my room, and I sort of call it some kind of word that doesn't exist. Or like I googled it and it's like some Italian word, like in Italian. But it means like it's like something so out of context, right? Like I was using it as like an adjective, but it's not, but it's in Italian and I don't know Italian. Like I've never like spoken a single word of Italian. I actually spoke I think I made like a plural version or something that like doesn't, I don't know if it exists, of like just some Italian word to use as an adjective to describe the brown recluse in my room that I sprayed it again with Febreze. I know that's so mean, but like I didn't know what to do. And I just don't want to have some weird situation. So I was like, get out of my house or face my wrath. Um no, I'm like, I don't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. So whatever, I did that. No, but like it's so funny as I'm channeling and I'm watching back my video of myself channeling and I'm actually just straight channeling, like I don't remember what I said, but it's like so serious, right? And my spirit guides are like, you're actually telling jokes right now. Like there's it's like as if you were here in your past life and like there was chicken and there was popcorn. Oh, but you're gonna go back again because there's not supposed to be popcorn chicken. Like I'm like, what is going on? That was like an amazing joke to me. But anyway. I love you guys. I don't know. I'm gonna keep literally this video is just gonna be my reaction to that video. If anything else is like strange about it, I don't know, because I don't remember what I said, but like go watch it. It's just the video before this if nothing happens, or you know what I mean. Like okay, first of all, I do want to say um I was really honestly channeling, and you can tell because the message of what I'm trying to say is very clear. Again, like, only force it to work if it's for you, because it's not going to be for everybody. Again, and parts of it might be for you and other parts might be for somebody else, so get it that way, you know what I mean? Don't be like, oh, I'm gonna force this one part to be about me, whatever. If it's too heavy, then that part might not be for you, so like, you know what I mean? Keep it moving, but just understand what I'm saying. You can tell my consciousness now and during the channeling is different. I didn't know what a full eclipse was because I was channeling. And so sometimes you're just like sort of like taking in the information and saying the important parts. I took on a little bit of like, there's certain words, like it wasn't just that I said apparently like one word that was in Italian. I also said some things that sounded a little bit British or something, like very small, tiny details, okay? Tiny details. Because I just took on whatever the channeled message was, and that's sort of how it works. I actually asked the camera. I actually did not remember that there's an exchange of payment in the healthcare industry. I was sitting here like looking at my glasses, realizing they're like kind of scratched up, and I was like, wait, like obviously there is, like, you know what I'm saying? Like people make stuff last as long as possible because they're like, oh, like money this, money that, like I don't want to spend money I don't have, obviously, you know what I mean, like that sort of thing. And it's real though, very real, obviously, that like, but I actually was channeling so much I forgot there was ever an exchange of money or income in any way. In the healthcare field or industry, like in any way, shape, or form. I forgot about like literal like sabotage of people's health being a possibility because I was channeling the message so much. I literally asked, is it possible for this to happen? Is it possible for that to happen? I was channeling the message so much that like all of it over my head. All of it over my head. I have no idea. I had no idea. Oh, I didn't know that was coming. I barely even trusted myself to get out the whiteboard, and like half the message came from there. Barely did that. I was channeling like so much, whatever. It was honestly really nice. It was a good feeling. So, I don't know. Also, I just ended up giving out some like devastating heavy message. So again, don't force the parts that don't make sense for you to the point where you're like not okay or something. Like, don't do that. Just if it makes sense, then take the part that makes sense to you, please. Also, the whole like keep yourself healthy, there's moving water thing, it's possible that that's like, oh, somebody's sneezing. Like, it's possible that some of these things are more contamination moving like person to person, even if they aren't telling us that. Like, it's possible that it moves through that way, so don't assume it doesn't. Just because they said it doesn't does not mean that these things move in a linear, predictable way when there's not extensive research on every new strain of something. Just, I'm not saying you have to fully believe it. Just make sure you wash your hands. Don't be like doing extreme things that could give it to you. You know what I mean? Just let yourself do whatever they tell you, plus COVID restrictions or something to some degree, right? Maybe a little, I don't know, something like that. Like, even if they don't tell you also do COVID restrictions, just like add some COVID restrictions in there a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, just because they didn't say it yet, you don't want to be the one who's like, oh my god, years later they told me this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just know that many different types of things move around the same way COVID does. So even if we don't know about one, it's still always happening that there could be something. And I talked about Ring Around the Rosie, which is actually a plague reference, and then I kept talking about rings of things later on, so obviously, hopefully, that's not related to the other forms of pathogens or, contagions that I was talking about, but just remember the plague did spread through animals, I think through like fleas on rodents, and there was something going on with cats. I think they were so stupid at the time. I think they were supposed to have like killed all the cats or whatever, and then the rodents went crazy, and that's so it reinforces sometimes in the era they don't have all the information and they find out later, and then they make the wrong move or tell people the wrong thing. They kill their cat, and then they have 30 rats and they don't know why, and then they can't figure out rats also have fleas. So like, yeah. Also, I am alarmed watching back how quickly I switched from topic to topic, but you have to understand, during channeling, it's like zero thoughts except for the filter of the information, if that makes sense, and it's sort of like channeling through, so it's not like I'm thinking like, oh, better tell them this because this sounds like it goes with this, this, and that, you know what I mean? It's super like, you're just spewing information, and then you're kind of filtering through like the normal mind, but like I didn't remember everything I said, or like things were kind of like out of order, or the order seemed disturbing, but like I didn't mean it that way. Yeah. So, you might not believe me. I don't even know if it's supposed to be taken literally. But, my mom essentially, who's manipulative in a lot of ways, so it's not actually about her. I want to be clear. This is not actually about her. But when people have a certain pattern, certain energy channels through them, which means when they become one of your spirit guides or influence them, it's influenced by that type of action, or so other types of energy can channel through that. I had this, I sort of like, I guess my air conditioner kind of sounds a little bit like a freezer, not really, but like tiny bit, not a lot, a tiny bit or something. But I had more of like a vision of like a silver, like a restaurant freezer, but everything's silver, but the actual deep freezers are inside the restaurant freezer, but it's one room. Bigger than a restaurant freezer, it's maybe like, I want to say like 10 or 12 of those, a restaurant freezer. The size, like the normal like one room walk-in, like 10 or 12 of that put together, but they're silver, like a refrigerator, but you open it and it's a deep freezer inside. But it was my mom's like voice in my psyche, like my spirit guides were like, but it was like my mom's voice being like, opening up the freezer where we keep the hantavirus, like, so I'm not saying there's like intentional contamination, but there could be a lot of money behind it if there is, which is way more psychologically disturbing. So just to put it out there, just in case. But like, if that's a thing, then you know what I mean. Out of the corner of my eye, something like just the reflection of the door handle like is silver, and it scared me again, like actually. But whatever. But not whatever, what? Being psychic is stressful, but I think I'm gonna take a break now. I'm just gonna put this video out there and then we're good. but obviously my mom is not the actual culprit. I'm not trying to like say anything about her, but I'm saying like having different types of people in your bloodline has benefits and can help you in weird ways. And you know, some of the ways that helps for them to be in your bloodline actually is that you can channel multiple types of information, not from their actual perspective, but from similar likely perspectives. Yeah, and then you're the psychic one. Combining that is like you can sort of pop into the similar archetypes like globally if you kind of know how to use that, and then you're the psychic one, so you can like sort of, I guess, remote view it based on personality archetype and like, you know, things around you. So yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna post this. I love you guys. Mwah. Stay safe.